Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Confidence. I'm Julia.
And I'm Roman. It's great to have you here today.
Today, we have a very important topic for you. We're going to talk about job interviews in English. If you're looking for a new job or if you want to improve your career, this episode is for you.
Job interviews can feel stressful, especially in English, but here's the good news. You don't need perfect English to do well in an interview.
That's absolutely right, Roman. Clear communication is more important than perfect grammar. Today, we'll give you practical sentences and vocabulary that you can use immediately.
So take a deep breath, relax, and let's build your confidence together.
2. Interview mindset and confidence. 2 minutes. Before we talk about specific phrases, let's discuss mindset. Roman, what's the most important thing to remember before an interview?
Stay calm and speak slowly. When we're nervous, we often speak too fast, but in an interview, speaking slowly actually helps you sound more professional.
Exactly. It's completely normal to feel nervous. Even native speakers feel nervous in interviews. The key is to breathe and take your time with your answers.
And if you make a small grammar mistake, don't worry about it. The interviewer is listening to your ideas and your experience, not counting your mistakes.
That's a great point, Roman. Interviewers want to understand who you are and what you can do. They're not English teachers looking for errors.
If you don't understand a question, it's okay to ask. You can say, "Could you please repeat that?" or "Can you explain that question?"
Perfect. Asking for clarification shows good communication skills. It's much better than guessing what the question means. 3. Common interview greetings and polite phrases. 2 minutes. Let's start with the beginning of the interview. When you first meet the interviewer, you want to be polite and professional. Here are some useful phrases.
Thank you for inviting me. This is a great way to start. It shows you're grateful for the opportunity.
Another good phrase is, "It's a pleasure to meet you." This sounds professional and friendly.
You can also say, "Thank you for your time today." This shows respect for the interviewer's schedule.
When you sit down, the interviewer might say, "Please have a seat." You can respond with, "Thank you," or "Thank you very much."
At the end of the interview, always thank them again. You can say, "Thank you for this opportunity," or "I appreciate your time today."
These phrases are simple, but they create a positive impression. They show you have good manners and professional behavior. 4. Talking about yourself professionally. 3 minutes. Now, let's talk about introducing yourself. This usually happens at the start of the interview when they say, "Tell me about yourself."
This is your chance to give a professional summary. Don't talk about your personal life too much. Focus on your work experience and education.
Here are some useful sentence starters. My background is in, for example, my background is in marketing, or my background is in customer service.
Another good phrase is, "I have experience working as." You could say, "I have experience working as a sales assistant," or "I have experience working as a project coordinator."
If you currently have a job, you can say, "I currently work as," or if you're between jobs, "I previously worked as."
And it's important to connect your experience to the new job. You can say, "I'm interested in this position because," and then explain why.
Let me give you a complete example. My background is in retail management. I currently work as a store supervisor, and I have experience leading a team of 10 people. I'm interested in this position because I want to develop my leadership skills in a larger organization.
That's a strong introduction, Julia. It's clear, professional, and it shows why you want the job.
Exactly. Keep your self-introduction between 1 and 2 minutes. Not too short, not too long. 5. Talking about skills, strengths, and experience. 3 minutes. Every interview asks about your skills and strengths. Let's prepare some phrases for this.
A simple way to talk about skills is, "I'm good at," for example, "I'm good at problem solving," or "I'm good at working with customers."
You can also say, "I have experience with." This is useful for technical skills. "I have experience with social media management," or "I have experience with data entry."
When you talk about your strengths, you can say, "One of my strengths is," this sounds professional and confident.
For example, One of my strengths is communication. I can explain complex information in a simple way.
It's also good to mention how you like to work. You can say, I enjoy working in a team, or I work well independently.
Let me give you another example. I'm good at organizing projects and managing time. I have experience with Microsoft Office and project management tools. One of my strengths is staying calm under pressure.
Perfect. That answer gives specific information about skills, experience, and personal strengths.
Remember to give examples when possible. Instead of just saying, I'm a hard worker, say, I'm a hard worker. In my last job, I completed 3 major projects before the deadline.
Examples make your answers stronger and more believable.
6. Answering common interview questions. 4 minutes. Now, let's practice some common interview questions. Roman, I'll ask the questions and you can give model answers.
Sounds good. Let's start.
First question, why do you want this job?
I want this job because it matches my skills and interests. Your company has a good reputation and I'm excited about the opportunity to grow professionally. I believe I can contribute to your team with my experience in customer service.
Excellent answer. You mentioned your skills, the company, and what you can offer. Next question, what experience do you have that's relevant to this role?
I have 3 years of experience working in office administration. In my previous role, I managed schedules, organized meetings, and communicated with clients. I also have experience with database management and creating reports.
Very clear and specific. Now, a challenging question. What are your weaknesses?
In the past, I sometimes tried to do everything myself instead of asking for help. However, I've learned that teamwork is more effective. Now I communicate more with my colleagues and delegate tasks when appropriate.
That's a smart answer. You mentioned a real weakness, but you also showed how you've improved. Let's do one more. How do you handle challenges at work?
When I face a challenge, I stay calm and analyze the situation. I break the problem into smaller steps and prioritize what needs to be done first. If necessary, I ask for advice from experienced colleagues or my manager.
Perfect. These answers are honest, clear, and show good problem-solving skills. 7. Asking questions at the end. 2 minutes. At the end of most interviews, they'll ask, do you have any questions for us? This is very important. Always prepare some questions.
Asking good questions shows you're interested in the job and you've thought about the role.
Here are some safe, professional questions you can ask. Can you tell me more about the day-to-day responsibilities of this role?
Or, what does a typical day look like in this position?
You can also ask about the team. How many people work in this department? Or who would I be working with?
And it's always good to ask about next steps. What are the next steps in the hiring process? Or when can I expect to hear back from you?
These questions show you're professional and organized. Avoid asking about salary or vacation time in the first interview unless they bring it up. 8. Guided practice section. 3 minutes. Now it's time for practice. I'll ask interview questions and Roman will answer. After each answer, we'll pause so you can repeat or give your own answer.
Remember, you can pause the podcast and practice speaking out loud. This really helps.
First question. Tell me about your current role.
I currently work as a customer service representative at a telecommunications company. My main responsibilities include answering customer questions, solving technical problems, and processing orders. I speak with about 30 customers every day.
Your turn. Pause now and answer this question about your current or previous job.
Next question, Julia.
What are your strengths?
One of my strengths is patience. I stay calm in difficult situations and I take time to understand problems before finding solutions. I'm also good at learning new systems and technology quickly.
Pause now and tell us about your strengths.
Let's do one more.
Why should we hire you?
You should hire me because I have the right experience and skills for this role. I'm reliable, I work well with others, and I'm eager to learn. I believe I can make a positive contribution to your team.
Now it's your turn. Pause and practice your answer. 9. Common mistakes to avoid. 2 minutes. Before we finish, let's talk about common mistakes in job interviews.
First mistake, speaking too fast because you're nervous. Remember, slow and clear is better than fast and unclear.
Second mistake, giving very short answers. Don't just say yes or no. Try to give complete sentences with examples.
For example, if they ask you, do you have experience with Excel? Don't just say yes. Say yes, I use Excel regularly. I create spreadsheets, analyze data, and make charts for reports.
Another mistake is being afraid to ask for clarification. If you don't understand the question, it's okay to ask them to repeat it or explain it differently.
And finally, don't memorize answers word for word. It sounds unnatural. Instead, practice key phrases and adopt them to each question.
Great advice, Roman. Be prepared, but also be yourself. 10. Closing, motivation, and call to action. 2 minutes. We've covered a lot today. You now have practical phrases and sentences for every part of an interview.